Hi, and welcome to the Toon Goons, a podcast in which we take an adult and critical perspective into the world of cartoons and animation, and analyze how they affect the pop cultural landscape at large. I'm one of your hosts, Nikki.
I'm Nina.
And I'll form the Tooch!
Did they used to say I'll form the head in the original?
Yep, that was their whole thing, because with anime, whenever they would just show an animation sequence, like a stock footage, a lot of times they'd just show it, but, I guess the original dubbers were like, man, we gotta spice this up, this is just a boring sequence, so they were like, form arms, and, whatever, form torso, both legs, and I'll form the head!
This week we are talking about Voltron Legendary Defender, a Netflix-exclusive reboot of the Voltron franchise that makes it watchable to the average palate.
Yep, we'll never watch any of the other Voltrons, so you better hope we talk about everything you want us to say about it here.
I mean, I've been following your Twitter. You have been, right?
Wasn't there, a recent sequel with, in 2012 or something? Was that bad?
No, that was really bad.
Okay.
I watched the first 6 episodes of the original anime Beast King Go Lion. So it's very, very different, completely different thing. But it's also very different from the original dub, too, because that was early anime, back before they gave a fuck. So they literally just, got the footage, maybe, got some names and stuff, and changed whatever they couldn't keep, and then just, made it up wholesale. I can't sit through that dub, it's so bad. If the voice acting was decent, I might be able to sit through it. But somehow, and maybe somebody else can explain to me how, they turned a 52 or 3 episode anime into 75 episodes? I don't know how.
A lot of stills.
Probably. I think they just literally chopped and screwed a bunch of old eppies.
Yep.
I don't know.
They probably reused some footage.
A lot of stills and slow pans.
Maybe they actually got an animation team and just made another season. I don't know. I can't. It doesn't look like they did though. I don't know. But let's get into the actual show.
Okay.
Well, first we gotta do news.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a nice little refreshing story, and that is that Jim Morris, company president of Pixar, has come out to various news outlets to say that they're going to be cutting down on the amount of sequels they're going to be producing. They want an emphasis that they're a filmmaker studio first.
After we make these 2 sequels we're working on.
Yeah.
3.
Dang.
He explained...
Well, I mean, one of them is Cars, so who gives a shit?
Yeah. He explains that, as soon as a studio has a hit on its hands, of course, executives are like, we need a sequel, profit, money, blah! But he says, unlike other studios, Pixar is dedicated to working with filmmakers to make new and original movies.
Unlike those other bullshit people that make movies, we're actually trying to do a good job, Hollywood. And he does the skateboard trick.
And I feel like...
But he fucks it up and the skateboard, nails him in the balls.
And I feel like with the sequels thus far, excluding Cars completely, they've tried to do something different with each of the movies. And I didn't think Monsters University was that bad.
No, not
Or bad at all. Really.
I don't think it was bad at all. It was just, I don't know.
I mean, it lacked the same heart of the first one, but it's good for what it was.
I think for the most part they do a good job at making they make sequels not really feel like sequels. They are, and you can't escape that they are. But at the same time, it's with it, I get a different experience watching Pixar sequels. It's less okay, well then how's this going to compare to the first one, and more is this a good movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't. They are the only movies that don't exist as a transparent planned trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
in
did
this
you watch,
day and age, yeah.
you just watched the Kung Fu Panda trilogy, and I know you enjoyed it, but you can tell.
Yeah.
It's a planned trilogy, and that is everything.
Well, especially that's usually how it goes. I mean, not these days; it's getting worse. But back in the day, back when trilogy was starting to become a thing, they would make one and then maybe leave it open, and then by the second one, and then the second one is always a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Unlike the Last Airbender movie, you guys know that ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
So, there are 2 sequels still coming up, as we said, Toy Story 4, and Incredibles 2.
Yeah. And also Cars 3, but
No,
I'm
not
pretty
even this
fucking
article.
hyped for Incredibles 2, honestly.
Yeah,
Personally,
I'm really excited to see what they do. And then the next 2 films will be original films, and then everything after that will be original for a while.
Well, the last one, in that one press conference, they're like, here's all our movies, and it was all sequels. One of them was an original movie called Coco.
Yeah.
right.
They might... this article doesn't mention Coco, but what they do promise is that Inside Out, Ratatouille, and the one that Morris directed himself, WALL-E, which is my favorite Pixar film, it's definitely not going to see a sequel for at least another decade as long as he's president. And Morris has said about WALL-E specifically that, like, he loves the world that he created and it would be really cool to visit it, but the film has, like, such a structure to it, like the beginning, middle, and end, that, like, it would feel really weird to throw a wrench in it and add on to the story, so...
Yeah, the sketchy is Cars 3 and Coco in 2017, Toy Story 4 in 2018, Incredibles 2 in 2019. So the stuff after that is like 100 years away.
Yeah.
By 100, I mean 4.
Yeah, like... But, you know, it's just like...
Someone will go through, like, high school before the sequels stop.
And then they'll be in their freshman year of college, it's like, oh man, do you remember Brave? When are they gonna do another Brave? I miss my childhood. I'm 17.
These old Toon Goon fogies need to learn what's up. I listened to them back in the day, but now they're just so out of touch.
The earlier stuff was funnier.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Was it? I don't know.
No. It had
Nicky was funnier before he got his cyborg lungs.
Nicky was funnier before he, like, got happy. Don't worry, guys. It'll never happen.
Okay, alright. But, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, cool new movies. Let's see one about, like, what else can they give feelings to?
Yeah. Alright, so next up we have some anime news. First up, we have a little bit more information about the upcoming Fooly Cooly sequel series.
Yes!
Yeah. And part 1 of that news is that the original series character designer, Yoshiyuki Sadamoto, is going to be returning to design the characters in the sequel as well.
Good.
And another returning element is the Pillows, who are going to also handle the music for this sequel as they did the original series, which was a huge part of why it was so great.
Yes!
No pillows, no Fooly Cooly. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. I actually heard that a while ago, I think, but now we've got, like, they made an article because we also got Sadamoto.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there was definitely stirrings. I think the word was, like, they were pretty confident. Like, there was interest. But I think now this is indication that, like, all the business shit has gone through, and now you can say it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, the show is still slated for late 2017, early 2018, so we still have a bit of time to go. Quite a bit of time to go, so we'll probably be talking about this for
12
a while.
episodes, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Maybe by then I'll learn how to say the name right.
And it features a new protagonist and yada yada yada, but we just want to, like...
We've talked about it, but we don't know where.
Yeah. But it's happening.
Kish tags the shit now, so...
Yeah.
There you can find it.
I mean, we've always posted what we're talking about in the news, but, like, I don't... But, like, you'd still have to go through each individual episode and look at the news articles.
But yeah, Pillows are on board, and so is original wacky character design, so that's a good sign. And the other anime news I have is that we finally have a U.S. distribution company who owns the rights for the Japanese anime Miss Hokusai, which, if you aren't familiar, is about Hokusai's daughter, who a lot believe to be, like, actually responsible for some of his greatest paintings. Or perhaps, that's, the sort of in-between-the-lines history, as it were.
Hokusai is the Edo period artist who did the series of paintings about Mount Fuji. The Great Wave over... I don't know. The wave painting is him.
Yeah.
And also the one that invented tentacle porn. which is like...
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the one that's like, oh, this is very classy.
Yeah.
Like,
I could almost have this hanging up. Not gonna.
Yeah, so, like, part of the, impetus for this film is, many people don't know that she was ever a part of his life, especially a part of his work. Like, painted some of his work.
Whoops.
So this is sort of her untold story. I've heard sort of mixed things about this film, but I am glad that it is coming to the United States so I can make a decision for myself, because I think it's an interesting topic. A historical anime about an artist.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
And it's very acclaimed at the very least.
Yeah.
It won the Satoshi Kon Award for Best Animated Feature Film.
And a bunch of other stuff. It's produced by Production IG, and currently G Kids has acquired the rights for it to be in the United States. And it's going to be released October 14th in New York and in Los Angeles prior to a North American expansion.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So keep an
Check
eye
it out if you can.
Yeah, they announced it at their Anime Expo panel, which Chooch and I did not go to.
Because we don't have $1,000.
That, and we also won't ever go again.
Yeah.
Unless we're, like, accidentally living in, I'm gonna say, downtown Los Angeles. If we're, like, in Burbank, I'm not making the drive.
I heard that they didn't turn on the AC for the artist alley.
I did. Yeah, it's a bad con. I hate
Isn't
it.
it like 100 degrees in California right now?
Always, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
listen, Daisuke Showatari wasn't there, so I wasn't gonna go. I don't want to talk about Anime Expo. Like, that's gonna be the whole show.
Let's not do
Like,
that.
I would like to, but not here.
Also,
That's not
I would hang up that octopus lady painting. I would take it down for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool painting.
And I would put up a second version on a different wall for my birthday.
Yeah, I think that's all I had for news. It's summer, things are kind of slow. Apparently Steven isn't just getting a bomb, but like a fucking
Megaton bomb.
Megaton
Supernova.
nuclear bomb.
Oh, and Uzo Aduba from Orange is the New Black is gonna play Gem.
Yeah.
She's a great actress.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. New gems, 20-something episodes of Steven coming down the pipeline every
There's gonna be
day.
a musical.
Yeah, I think I might explode.
Pearl's in a tuxedo. I'm sweating.
Of course she is. But yeah, so yeah, that's about all I got, to be perfectly honest. If you find any news stories you'd like us to talk about, please send them our way. Throughout any of our various ways to contact us, and we'll try to talk about them on the show.